Just before we started recording, he was sitting here singing a song from Ram Lakhan, which I have decided to twist into 2-door ka 4, 4-door ka 1. And the reason why we're going here is because Manmouji is here with us and he's going to tell us everything about... Manmouji is MM, okay? That's the reference. He's going to tell us about the Mahindra Thar Roxx. I would really want to discuss the name, but we'll come back to it. I don't think I've encountered a name that is this conflicting in a really long time. But where should we begin with this?
Since he started on this, Ram Lakhan, 1, 2 ka 4 is the song. YouTube it, and then you can say it according. You can say the lines in that tune. It sounds cool.
Yeah.
Okay. You started with MM, and
Yeah.
I think that's where I want to start.
All right.
Before we get to the Thar Roxx. Because my first reaction to the car is nothing to do with the machine.
Okay.
It is to do with that name.
Okay.
Because we've said this, that, when we drive Mahindra cars, so often you get that feeling that there are children working inside who are excited about making cars.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Which is a good thing.
But this feels childish. It's not childish enthusiasm, this just feels childish.
Oh, the class teacher left for a while? Huh?
Yeah, it's like, okay, nobody's looking, let's make it Thar Roxx. It sounds cool, right?
Yeah.
And to me, that's... And the same idea also, the two things that just did not work was the name and also the design.
Okay.
It's from the side, when you look at it, that little bit of a slant, so to speak, that they've given to this 5-door, which is over the second door, the new doors.
Yeah.
It kicks up a bit and then it drops down. It feels so unnecessary. I don't have a reason. We did ask Mahindra, is this done so that they don't get sued by Jeep for being a rip-off of the Wrangler? But we don't have an answer on that. My guess is, yes, that is one of the reasons.
Okay.
And this is a little bit of a hole that they're in, that they've built the brand around this,
Correct.
which is effectively DNA that's been borrowed as much as it's part of their history.
Correct.
It comes from Jeep.
Yeah.
So it will always be a me too. And having to work around things like this takes away from the joy and the soul of the vehicle as well.
Yeah, and it will interrupt their flow when it comes to trying to design something. Because I think they're trapped in this idea that it needs to look like this.
Yeah.
And they can't really change there unless they make a dramatic difference. And it's a very weird battle to fight. I see why Mahindra would fight it, right?
Yeah.
They've spent years building this brand up from the CJs and the MM540s and all of that, where all of this was part of the same setup. And now you're saying we don't have 7 slats, we have 6 slats.
Correct. So I was just going to say, the one difference here from the Thar 3-door to the 5-door is that the grille is different.
Right, and think about it, right? If Mahindra was making really terrible cars as a rule, then I would accept that this is a lifeline and they need it.
Dude.
But the XUV 700, 00 if you prefer, the XUV 700, the Thar itself as a vehicle, forget the design for a minute. And I'm assuming the Thar Roxx goes to the same place in terms of competence. It says Mahindra's engineering is fundamentally good. It says their engines are respectable engines on their own without any reference to any legacy history or whatever.
Stop.
What?
Very good
Too much?
point. No.
Oh, good point. Okay.
Very good point.
Yeah.
Because again, Mahindra, and this is the other side of it. We said that we saw Mahindra trajectory change, what we thought of Mahindra, what they could do.
Correct.
From 2020, which started with the Thar.
Yeah.
It went another notch up with the XUV 700 and then another direction with the Scorpio N. So like 3 vehicles back to back, we saw them do cool stuff.
Correct.
Show that this is a new Mahindra.
Correct.
And then kind of the trajectory went not flat, even a bit low with what happened with the XUV 400.
It's like they came into focus and then they it dissipated a little bit.
Yeah. Now with this, again, you'll get the sense that, hey, that line continues now. So it shows you're right, that their ability to, and engines, I'm going to say this again and again, yes, there have been issues with the engines in terms of some updates were required, some hardware was changed, etc. But they are great engines. We've called them world-class and it's for a reason. The kind of refinement, the performance and the ability that they're bringing, just the ease of usability is impressive.
Correct.
So they are a great company.
So that's what I'm saying. So when a company has these kind of strengths, do they really need to get trapped into this unnecessary battle as far as I'm concerned.
This is taking me back to the conversation we had about the Javas, where it's like heritage. They've come to a certain this. Now what happens after this?
Correct.
They have this road vehicles, which you have the XUV and all. They've expanded that range, and they are taking those forward. But what happens here? How long can you continue to do it in the? Oh, we are the affordable Wrangler or the affordable Jeep instead of being yourself. So.
Yeah. And if it means the invention of a design language, I think it's an opportunity and not a problem. People trust the Mahindra brand, and for a reason. And if Mahindra were to evolve this Wrangler derivative design language to something completely unique, fresh and new, I don't know that there'd automatically be objection. I don't think it would automatically considered a violation of the history or legacy, if you want to put it like that.
Right now, this is a bit of the serious conversation, but you can catch all the fun factor on the full video, which is on the MotorInc channel. So head out there and subscribe. And if you want more of these shorter clips, do subscribe to this channel as well.